Hello everyone, nice to seeing you again in our channel. Thank you very much for visiting again. My name is Brian from DT Education. Today I'm on a video right now in front of the camera just to share with you the steps of the student visa application process basically. So if you've got no idea, if you have never come to Australia before, if you have not studied in Australia before, this video might be the perfect one for you. Right, to start with, of course, number one, you can of course look for your own school. You can look for the own a place where you can study, right, in terms of the location. But another way option is you can also think about counseling with the education agent to have a little bit better opinion, better options for you to start looking. It's much easier for you to look for more options by using them. Today, the topic is not about anything else, but today I want to basically show you the steps from stage 1 all the way to the final stage until you lodge the application for the visa. Okay, number 1, basically, if you want to apply for a student visa in Australia, and of course your intention needs to be, I really want to study in Australia. But which means you gotta know what course you want to study, right? So first of all, the first thing that you gotta think about is you gotta think what course is going to be the most suitable course for you. Or maybe if you are working somewhere, if you want to develop more skills in that field or in that industry, definitely that's gonna be the one of the best choice for you. Or there's another way of thinking that you might want to change your career if you're doing something else and you want to do something new, then that could be another possibility. Alright, once you have chosen your course, then you're going to think about which location that you want to study with. In terms of the location, there's always the major cities like the Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Gold Coast. They're the major big cities that you can think of in Australia, and the rest, the medium-sized city would be the Adelaide or the Perth. You could also think about that, and the rest would be the rural area. We'll talk a little bit more about the location wise, but you gotta know where you want to study first in order to choose what course and where you study. All right, once you have chosen that, you can think about the university and the college once you have chosen the location where you want to study. All right, once you have chosen that, what we got to do is you got to put the application form with the relevant documents for supporting the application. So that includes like passport, or if you already have the visa grant notification letter, if you are already in Australia, then you can probably submit that together so that they know what's your visa status. And you can also attach, you gotta have the qualification documents like your graduation cert or the transcript from your previous school, right? And also if you've got an English proof such as an IELTS, TOEFL or PTE exam result, that would be the most helpful thing. But for the universities, you definitely need to get all that documents done. However, for the English proof, if you are intending to go for a certificate or the diploma course, you don't have to prove any English at that stage, because the vocational colleges will usually get you to do the placement test for them to check your English, whether you are eligible to get into that college or not. All right. And a few personal details like your email address and phone number and your residential address and all that kind of things will be in the application form. So once you have submitted that, once the college has received your application, then the college or the university will issue you the offer letter. All right. Once you have offer letter received in your hand or in your email, then you need to check the details in the offer letter, which means your personal details like your name, date of birth, your address details, including what course you have enrolled and the starting date to the finish date as well too. And on the offer letter, it will usually indicate all about the fee details as well too, when and how much you'd have to pay on a due day, such as like $2,000 by this date and all that. Yep, bear in mind, and please do ask me any question if you've got any. Alright, The next one is, once you've got that, you will have to start basically gathering a little bit more documents. Usually if there's any insufficient documents that they have received from the college or university side, it's called conditional offer, which means there are still outstanding documents still sitting out there for you to complete the offer, well, for them to close the offer. Once you have submitted the rest of the documents that they have requested, then they will issue what we call the unconditional offer for you. And once you have gone through the document, you sign it and you return it back to the university. Once you have done that, what we gotta do is we gotta start preparing for your visa. Okay, visa application. Now we're gonna start with that. In order for us to apply the visa, there are a few things that we might need from the outsource basically. One is from the university education providers. Once you have made the payment, then what they will issue the COE. It's called confirmation of enrollment. Alright, once you've got that, that's one of the key for the visa application. And the second thing that you need to get is the insurance. So it's called OSHC. It's called Overseas Student Health Cover. That's the student insurance that is a compulsory for all the Australian international students for you to have for your own protection. They're roughly about $500 per month, just so you know, and you can roughly calculate. Let's say if you're studying for 2 years, and it will be $500 times 2, which is going to be about 1,000 Australian dollars. Alright, once you have made the payment to the school, you got the COE, then you will have the OHSC, which is the insurance. Then all the rest that you might need to get is the visa application fee. Application fee is always up to date in the Department of Home Affairs website. You can check your price. Currently now at the moment, by 2023 January, it is $650 Australian dollars, of course, and you are basically ready to go. And in order to apply the visa, there are the major documents, but there are some minor documents where you have to submit the SOP. It's called Statement of Purpose. Well, we will have to make another day for me to go through the Statement of Purpose. How do we write it? What should we write? How do we start it? How do we conclude it? And what does it have to be included? And what should not be in the statement? We'll talk about that. Anyway, today we have just gone through all about from stage 1 to the final stage of student visa application. How to choose, where to choose your college and the course, and up to the stage where we apply the visa. Please do like the video and subscribe, and please do leave me any comments if you've got any questions, and visit my website if you've got any questions. Feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help you as much as possible. Love you guys.